Are you making tea?
See, he act like I didn't say it. I said it in
She
the
said
car.
tea and
I said it here.
orange juice.
I can make the tea. I don't know. Are y'all finna be able to?
Be able to what?
Get it, because he's going to be gone. Yeah, well, no.
No, just bye. Bye. Take your water. Close the door. Bye.
Hi, y'all. We on. You got lipstick on.
I got the lip gloss. This is your child's lip gloss. You already know. Here you go. You can be purpling too. I got two different purples. Why
I'm going to put on makeup
Oh, okay. Cool.
today.
All right.
Today is my makeup.
How you guys doing today?
Makeup.
So, all right, we're going to watch Lydia put on some makeup.
Okay, then let's go to our live.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our
of course. Hello. Welcome to the Talk It Out Show. I'm your host, Joanne. We would like to let you know that this show is for entertainment purposes only. You guys want to look us up on Facebook or Twitter, look us up at Talk It Out Show. And if you need to email us at talkitoutshow@gmail.com. If you need to physically send anything to us, and we love monetary gifts, so if you want to do that, you can send it to our P.O. Box at P.O. Box 901043, Portland, Oregon 97290. As you know, it is the Joanne and Lydia Show.
Yes.
Happy Wednesday, hump day. We're in the middle of the week doing things.
Lydia in the house.
Yes.
Say Lydia in the house. Lydia in the house. Oh yeah, Lydia can't move, y'all. Lydia is broke down today.
So for as you guys know, we are doing double duty. So we are on YouTube as well. We are on Spreaker Podcast doing our thing. So the people who can actually physically see us, Lydia's going to be putting on her makeup and getting herself all prettied up. Which I don't know. Are you doing anything today?
I'm gonna do some videos.
Oh, okay. Okay. That I can understand because I'm like, all we be doing is running kids back and forth to school. I'm telling you.
I've been putting myself on.
Man. So that's why I was like, wait, what is she doing? Why is she trying to do all this? But I get it. I see her. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everything, I know she probably thinking I'll be going, she probably got a rant and this and that. I have a couple of things on my mind, but don't know how she's going to respond to one of them. But one of the things that's just a random irritation that I've noticed literally in our town within the last couple of days. And I mean, I'm like, okay, I don't know what these construction workers did, but they did it quick. And it's
Yes. Oh, yeah. I said they did that because of me.
I'll be more early.
And especially when it's all those cars there, like, I'm just waiting to come up there and the red light, green light is up there.
But I'm going to tell you this. Okay, so what she's saying is basically when the turning lane, when you're driving, the turning lane, they put the little cones on you so you don't be getting into the turning lane too early, Other people be having to turn other places and stuff like that. But listen here. I started noticing it all around and I was like, okay, they popped these suckers up real quick.
Yeah, they did.
But then today, when I was taking my child to school, and I always go to the store before I take her to school. So I'm driving, I'm looking, I'm like, everybody's trying to get down to the high school. And then it caused a traffic jam because the one lane that is, there's two lanes and then there's a turn lane.
Mm-hmm.
That lane here got messed up because they was trying to get into that and those three cones was in the way.
Yeah.
So there was all these people and then there was all this other going down that main 122nd Street. Hello. And that caused a really long, so literally it was almost like we only had one lane that we could actually keep on driving.
Yeah.
I said, I guess I'm getting irritated because some things that I'm noticing that they're doing, now they will send us stuff in the mail a lot of times and they'll be like, okay, this is going to be the road, something project, and then make us aware of certain things. But I was not aware of like what they were actually trying to do, like what, and I didn't know that was going to be the thing. I keep noticing that they're doing things and they're not thinking it through very well sometimes. I just feel like, you didn't think
they just
that.
want to employ
Construction workers?
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, maybe
they find things like how they did Gleason with the parking.
Yeah.
I'm like, we can park more cars. Now you don't limit us to a few cars.
But the problem is, even with that, is you have...
And then you took up a road just so they could be parked not on the sidewalk.
But you notice how many more accidents is that?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are... Say, for instance, I haven't driven that street in a while, and then I, do. I'm like, okay, what the heck is this? And so then, a lot of people, still in their mind be like, okay, and then they crashing and stuff. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of accidents. And then also, though, too, it's just people are just so, there's a lot of road rage going on. And you done switch to 2-lane road to 1 lane, and you cause all this traffic, and people's irritated. You know what I'm saying? So they're driving crazy or whatever. So I don't know who's making these decisions on these roads. I mean, I know they always put all this money for roads and stuff. And then what I noticed too, this is what's irritating too, they allot the money for the roads, but they're not working on the roads that need to be worked on. They're not working on the roads that have mega potholes and all these other things that are messing up your car, because of course, you mess up my car, then I gotta go pay to get it fixed. So it's a whole domino effect. It's like, oh, let's leave these roads towed down, let everybody drive. And then they gonna have all these potholes. They're gonna have to keep going to the mechanic or getting their tires fixed or all this stuff. It's all about money. And I know it is. But it's annoying as hell, because I'm sitting there like, what sense did that make? Like, really, what sense did that make? But I think for me, I've been in a few accidents in my life, and so I at the end of the day, I'll be like, you know what? There's nothing. This ain't worth my life. I ain't trying to be doing all this extra. I want to live to see another day. So I'm like, look, I'm just like, we gonna be late. We just gonna be late. It will. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. My kids. They started the Sun program of their school that they're at. And I'm excited. It gives me a little bit more time for me, for me to have some me time and get some stuff done or whatever I need to do to take care of myself as well. But, it's so funny how people have these, I get these emails and stuff, and everybody trying to act all strict. You can't be strict with this COVID out here, y'all. You talk about, because I remember the Sun program's rules used to be like that. The kids always have to be at school, and they can't be at school to get to go to Sun, and if you don't, that's like a stipulation. Really want you to make sure you're there, and And of course, I get it, because stuff is all funded and whatever. And so then I was laughing because I guess the person who's in charge of the group or whatever, the Sun program at that school, was trying to figure out a COVID safe way to pick up the kids. Because people don't want the parents in the buildings and stuff no more, right?
I know.
So what they're doing is, she basically, which is kind of funny though, so all the kids that she has, right, she made these laminated things with their name on it. So then, yesterday was our first day, so what she did is she handed it out to every person who picks the kids up. And so all you gotta do is put it in your car.
That's how it was before my godchildren went to that school.
Oh, really?
I still got their number still sitting in the car.
Really?
I said, why do I got the number out here?
Because I was like, oh, that's cool. I said, oh, good. I said, because I have tried, especially with my health issues I've had this year, I have tried so hard not to have to get out of the car. I ain't trying to get out of the car for nothing. I ain't trying to stand a long time. I ain't trying to stand in no rain. I will park. I'm like, look, y'all have been to school. I'm here. And you better make it to the car. I'm not coming out. I'm not doing all that. And the schools know me enough to know that as well. My one daughter's school gonna have to get used to, but I pick her up and take her like clockwork, so that's no problem. But I do know that there was one day, the day I did have to get the biopsy or whatever, they was just oh, is there anything that we can help you with? I was like, oh, no, but what are we gonna do? What would you? Go ahead, help me with.
I'm sorry, y'all.
She got media going. See, we had this problem a while ago, and I had given her some strikes, and it was like she had already reached her limit of strikes. But today, I guess she wanted to start fresh and new, probably for the winter season. I don't know. Get her quarterly strikes in. So that's one. Okay, so Lydia trying to get her quarterly strikes in.
Oh, get my quarterly strikes in, y'all.
Quarterly strikes in. So, what was it? Oh, this is what I was going to say for all you people out there. And I know I sat there and I said, I want to see how well Lydia's going to be doing, how she's going to say, because she's had so many lectures. She's lectured me. I don't know, why do we not see her voice? Is everything working good?
Oh my goodness, I don't think we're on.
Oh, there we are. So you guys haven't heard us this whole entire time?
No, we got to start over.
I gotta start over, y'all. We gonna start over. I done said I did all this talking. Oh, my beautiful talking. All right. Let's start over again. So, did anyone hear the podcast hear us or anything?
Nobody on the podcast heard us.
Oh, my goodness.
I gotta delete
Maybe
that.
YouTube. YouTube probably. Did YouTube hear us? Let me see.
YouTube should be able to hear us. I don't have anything to do with that.
Okay, so oh my goodness, you guys, we are just, well, I guess she hit to strike two real quick. So she want to get hers done in one day. I see. I think she's trying to get it. Oops, she just want to just let me kill it all now. Get it done. Let me see. Here we are right here. Oh, the makeup looks kind of interesting. Wow. Okay, so there we go. I'm laughing at myself because there's a delay, but I was looking at that makeup. It's like, whoa.
I'm looking sexy. I know you guys are like, woo.
Yo, come on,
She
y'all.
is looking too good.
Come on in the room, y'all, with that
Come
makeup.
on.
Come on in the room.
That remind me of the play.
Yes, come into the room.
See, we make mistakes too, y'all.
Yeah.
We really make mistakes.
It's not we. Today. We, no. It's not.
I'm not listening to you
No,
because I think you're being negative towards me.
No, that's not what we do. All right, so we're gonna do the thing again, since
Here we go.
There we go, y'all. Welcome to the Talk It Out Show. I am your host, Joanne. We would like to let you know that this show is for entertainment purposes only. If you want to look us up on Facebook or Twitter, look us up at Talk It Out Show. And if you want to email us, go ahead and email us at talkitoutshow@gmail.com. Now, if you need to physically send anything to us, like I said earlier when you couldn't hear us, we accept monetary gifts if you like. Send it to the P.O. Box at P.O. Box 901043, Portland, Oregon 97290. As you know, this is the Joanne and Lydia Show.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So, all right. Happy Wednesday, middle of the week, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know we're doing double duty. So, podcasters out there, listeners, you guys weren't hearing us before. So, we had to start over again. And so, you YouTubers, you had to hear me do the intro once again. So, but that's good, because then y'all can get the information that y'all need, and then y'all can make sure y'all send us something.
Hey, sweetie. Thanks for popping in real quick.
All right, we had somebody pop in. That's good. Awesome.
My girl, Mom to 7 Boogie.
Oh, yeah. How's she doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing good, y'all. So anyway, I was doing a rant, and I'm going to do just a little spiel real quick because you guys missed out on what we were talking about. But anyway, so in our town where we're at, there's a whole bunch of construction was going on. They did something really quick. It was like only a couple of days, and it popped up, put these little cones up in the turn lanes to make sure that we could, make sure we stayed in the perimeter of the turn lane. But it is causing, I was talking about how they keep doing stuff and allocating these funds for the street repairs and things like that, and they're doing things that really are not necessary. I'm wondering who is making the decisions in our town for these things. And so then I noticed this morning when I was taking my child to school, we'll go to the store first. That turning lane caused a traffic jam because I think they thought they knew what they was doing. They shouldn't have put no cones there. I just really don't. They know how busy that area is. There's 2 schools. You got a middle school and a high school directly across the street from each other, and they know how bad the traffic is. So I don't think they didn't think that thing through. And I think whoever is making those decisions, they ain't driving in these areas that they're making the decisions for. Because it's not making no sense. It's like, you're causing traffic jams, and there's a lot of people doing a lot of crazy road rage things and stuff like that out there. So it just is putting fuel to the fire. To me, that's what it seems like it's doing. And like I was saying too, the roads that really need to be fixed, the pothole ones and everything like that, they're not. And of course, like I said, at the end of the day, to me, it's just all a ploy for money, because they are trying to basically get it messed. The car gets messed up from a pothole, you got to get it fixed. The mechanics benefit from that. Tire places benefit from that. Domino effect. That's what I say. That's what I say. But it's just not good. It's just not they're not. To me, it just doesn't seem like they're being very smart in what they're doing here. And there was something, I don't even know if Lenore had knew about this, and I don't really know the whole story about this.
But before we start, let's do this question, and then I want to be able to talk more about our stuff that's on our mind, because we get deep and then we'll be forgetting to talk about these discussions.
You got to handle somebody else's issues.
Yeah, and then we can handle our own. So here we go. Forces ourselves to have more sex increase both of our libidos dramatically. Okay. I've had some longer and more detailed related posts, but I wanted to keep this one shorter. Thank you. We appreciate it. Simplistically, the wife and I have been at a fairly constant sex rate of once a month, once a week for 20 years. Waxes and wanes, but about 3 months ago, we decided that we were going to have more sex. Not because we felt like we wanted it, but most like we like it, so what's the worst that could happen? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. After about 2 weeks of forcing ourselves to have daily sex, we found ourselves constantly wanting more. Duh. Mm-hmm. For both of us, our bodies have changed to match the increased frequency. She has always had issues getting dry. That is no longer. She now gets instantly wet, and when we're done, our thighs are slick. It's on my stomach, balls, tank. Oh, you're really explicit.
Yeah,
she is sopping wet. For me, I had issues maintaining an erection, especially when changing position. Even just 10 seconds of no stimulation could make me stop. Now suddenly I can walk around the house and still maintain and almost always instantly up when needed. Oh, okay. I wonder how many people would have increase their libidos if they decided to start having sex more. Turns out the only side effects we had was both of our libidos are now much higher than we were teens. Okay. Strengthening our mental discipline to not be distracted at work has been the biggest hurdle. Still working on it, but getting better. That's good. So basically, it's not even something that we have to solve, which I love anyway. I tell people, especially married people, like, why are we going to this once a week, once a month stuff? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, get free with it. Get down and dirty with it. Have fun. And you're married, so you get to have it. Biblically and all.
The marriage bed is undefiled.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about, and I don't want to put people down like myself. Mm-hmm. And say,
relationships.
Yeah, that say, you shouldn't. Yeah. Don't have sex when you're not married. Yeah. Because I'd be a hypocrite. But I'm just saying. That is like, you have the freedom to do it, and it is a mental mindset. And I think that's the thing about it, is people don't understand it's a mental mindset. And I knew my uncle, he was a hoe before he got married. And so I just was thinking he would never be faithful to his wife. But he said something that I always keep in the back of my mind. And he said, I don't have to have sex with anybody else because I always get it. No matter if she's mad at me, no matter what it is, when I want it, she's there. I always have that sex. So it's never a mental mind for me to have to go cheat. Now, there's some people out there that's just cheaters. But he was saying there's no reason for him to cheat.
Not for
that. Because he gets it anytime, no matter if they're angry or not. And I was thinking, because me, when I'm angry, you ain't touching me. So, but now it's always in my mind, because there's a part in the Bible where it says, like, your body is his and his body is yours. I'm not quote unquote saying it correctly, but it is stating that, your bodies are each other. So if somebody's craving it, you don't want to deny them of it. The only time you really want to probably deny your husband or wife is when you are fasting, and you want to talk about it before you fast to make sure that's an agreement, because you might not
or
fast.
if you got health issues going on down in that, or you didn't even doing nothing at that time.
Yeah, the doctor tell you not to do something. I guess you're not supposed to do something. But I don't always agree with that either, because I don't agree with these doctors anymore. I say that because a lot of times, again, we always say that all the time, sex is medicine. It is. It does a lot of healing, and a lot of people who are constantly having sex, their bodies are a lot healthier, a lot stronger. They don't have as much health issues as people who don't have it. The ones that have it once a week or once a month or once every 3 months and stuff like that, the longer you not having it, it's a problem. And it is good to be able to not have a whole bunch of sex partners. So you single, be like, well, I gotta stay healthy, so I gotta stay healthy.
That's not healthy, right there.
That's not healthy.
That's not healthy.
I'm not saying that at all.
That's not healthy at all. Please don't do that.
But I'm saying, you especially for you married people, there you can live a lot longer. Your body's a lot healthier. It helps build up your immune system. It helps do a lot of stuff. It does. I think God just really planned it out really good, and Satan really makes it where you can't, or you feel like you shouldn't, or something like that. But God has planned out our bodies to be really healthy, and it is,
care of itself.
and it's really like this big old blessing that you can have. But I think a lot of times we forget. Not that we forget, it's just like, you know what, I'm just not in the mood. Like, even like right now, I'm gonna tell y'all, last night, I went downstairs, and right when I got to the bottom of the stairs and I was getting ready to take a shower, my left side back here started having spasms. So every time I just walk into the bathroom, left side. So now it's like bruised, and it still has a little, it hasn't really spasmed, but I can feel the bruise on it. So if at that time Derek wanted to do it, I don't know, he would just have to do it on the right side. Because
how you gonna do it on the right side?
So I would have to lay on
you mean like a lay on the side?
I would have to lay on the left side.
Because I was like, dude,
and he would have to.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So your body, it actually created its own bruise, or did it?
I think the spasm did.
Oh.
Because even when I walked to the shower to take the shower, it was every walk was like this jerk. Then I got in there and I had the shower running on my back, and it was hurting even when the water was hitting it.
Oh.
And then I was jerking all the way back to the room. If I was starting a new dance trend, I don't know. And then after that, when I was laying down with my grandbaby, it was just. I'm telling you, it was not a God.
It was just, it
was not a God.
The muscle spasms for real. And I've been a lot of people lately been having their bodies just kind of doing out of control, weird crap like that. I've been noticing that one. What is going on these days, okay? Because I'll be watching, I'll be like, the muscles are jumping over here, it's over here. Like, what is happening? I mean, I know I have it just normally in my back, but I get what you're saying. I mean, but then too, if you're a person who would compromise, like you said, if that person did want you, then you would just have to kind of deal, because you're being so compromising, as I wanted to say, then you would just adjust to your situation and be like, this is what's going to happen.
Sometimes what can happen is your body will start healing. In the process, it could. And I'm not saying because I didn't, but I'm saying it could heal because it's doing stuff to make you move your body, and because your body's in this motion of feeling good, you don't feel some of those pain. So then it's working it out, because right now if I try to work it out, I'm going to stop because I'm like, no, it hurts. But when you're in the middle of doing it, you might not do that. Right. Now, I'm not saying it's a guarantee. Did you hear the mic? Because y'all don't want you writing me talking about, you said, no, I said might.
Because everybody's different. That's one thing you have to understand too. Everybody's bodies is different. Everybody's different, so that is one thing that you have to understand too. Is like she's saying, and some like we've known people that sex really was medicine. Like they had to have it, or they was be toe up. You know what I'm saying? It was like that's their thing. I know for me, I used to, even when I'd be in the middle of having like an allergy attack or whatever, if I did that, it would take away. Like it was, it would clear my sinuses up, everything. Like right after, like I don't. So I do believe in certain cases, yeah, and I think that's what it is. It's like sometimes when you have been with somebody for a long time and you don't do something, you just kind of get in this whole funk and you're just continually doing that or whatever. But then whenever you do anything, like I don't know, to me, I think sex sometimes is like an addiction. It can become an addiction because you want it after you get it. And as I tell people, when you don't do it, you're fine because you're not doing it. And you're not getting the feeling. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're not. So not doing it for a longer time is no big deal because you're not doing it. But if you do it, and you like, oh shoot, and it feels good, then you want that feeling again. Just like people, they chase that feeling when they be under, they chase that feeling. You gonna want it again. And so for people's relationships like that too, I think it's good because that can revive something that, was lost or whatever, or you just kind of got mundane with the situation or whatever. But I think that's good that you guys figured that out. And it can, too, people, they have, like, when they get older, like women usually in their 50s, 40s and 50s and stuff, they be getting, the older their sex drive get kind of crazy, like, hey, and so it's different times for different people, and so.
And the more you have sex, the stronger your libido is, and the more you desire it, and the more that you crave it, and your stamina can last a lot longer. And the good thing about it is that you guys doing it together.
Yeah.
You guys will be on the same endurance level.
Because like
sometimes you get people, because some people, their endurance level is higher than others. So then they be like, okay, I'm done after this amount of time. And then the other person be like, but I still got time to go.
Right.
But this way, you guys are building it together. So you guys are building the same endurance. Pretty soon, y'all going to be talking about me at lunch, baby.
And that's what he's saying. He was saying it's hard to even get through. You thinking of it because it's hard to get through the work day because you want something.
Exactly.
And that's where you guys can kind of get, creative and role play or do whatever you want to do. Just do what you need to do to keep it spicy. I mean, that's what I said. You gotta get to the point where y'all ain't want to work. Y'all want to do that. That's so funny. What's your
School's calling me.
Oh Lord, people. That's what happens when you're parents and your kids is in schools. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay, I'm gonna put you guys on the song right now while I do this. Okay, I kept thinking like the 8th or 9th, I don't know why. I've been eating good breakfast, eating eggs with bacon. Class up in my pocket, got that mobile education. I'm on lunch move cause Yeah, they called me last night.
Searching for my classroom.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he was working on that. Is there a possible way he can get that up before? Oh, okay. Okay, great. Thank you. I appreciate all your help. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
See, all YouTubers got to see life. You see watching us take phone calls.
Yep. So, thank you guys for being patient with me. As I'm transferring my child to a different school. And I'm just trying to make sure everything is right because we had to wait till the quarter was done to do it. So.
Oh, so then it all will be at the same one?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. See, I'm telling you, it's always something. You gotta do something. And this month, y'all, for me, it's conferences. Now, okay, I was talking to my daughter, both of them at different schools, but because they're all in the same district, if you're not going, they're all off days are all the same. So my daughter was like, "Mom, we're really only going to school 14 days this month," and I was like, "What?" So I looked at it. I went and looked at the newsletter, and it's 15, but there's a lot. They don't go to school this Friday. They don't go to school next Thursday and Friday. So I'm like, okay, y'all, because I got a lot. I'm trying to do there's a lot going on at the same time. Like I got help. There's doctor's appointments for them. There's doctor's appointments for me. It's just like hair appointments, all this stuff that's going on right now. And then my daughter's birthday lands on Thanksgiving. So I don't know what kind of Thanksgiving it's going to be. We're thankful for her. So, and these birthdays has been, man, it's just holiday stuff going on for real. But, one of the things I was going to talk about, and I was talking about Lydia might be feeling some type of way, I don't know. Because she's lectured me a lot on with this platform. She's always lecturing me on this platform. Mm-hmm. But she's lectured a lot. And I was talking to somebody yesterday because I've been having some health battles and stuff. And I'm thinking, I'm coming to find out that Lydia's probably been having some similar health battles too. She didn't tell me, but she's probably having. Yeah. So. But I was having, we have our businesses, right? Lydia comes on here talking about, giving us tidbits of information and stuff. And I've been really pumped up even, I notice when I'm talking to anybody nowadays, I'm really grateful for the information that Lydia has given us, all of us, and really to let us know that we can do anything if we put our mind to it. Amen. So really grateful for that. One of the things that I have a problem with, and the person I was talking to yesterday was like, why would you feel that way? But I know what Lydia was trying to say, especially when you have a product that is something that you want people to believe in or see or whatever, and like, okay, yeah, that's good. I'll buy that, because a lot of times if you hear something about product, you get testimonies, you see commercials with people talking about what it did for them, and this and that. And so
And she has a lot of testimonies that she heard, especially about attention.
yeah.
And her Eric T.
Yeah,
And her Manetta T.
those is the two main for me right now is my tension and the Eric T. But I had to bring myself back to the realization of what I kept saying in the beginning, and I had to go in spite of what anybody has said to me. Since I've been lectured so much, I had to still be proud of myself and not give up, because I would have been like, what I'm dealing with now, something would have made me give up. Especially with all the lectures I've had, I would have been like, forget this. But I didn't want to do that. And the reason why I was saying this is, I remember when I started my YouTube channel, the whole meaning I said, I'm going to take you on the road to health and wholeness with me. My journey is not the same as others because I got a long list of things going on that I'm trying to tackle. Then if someone comes to me and they may have, like I said, maybe the Eric T they just maybe only have asthma, or they only maybe have some allergies or whatever, some breathing issues, and that tea is the tea that's gonna work for them. Just that might be the only thing that they're struggling with, whatever. You may have other people who have a long array of things or whatever, and that may take a little longer. But she was even talking, I don't know, even last week when we were talking about a lot of times when if you're not looking a certain way, or it's not helping you, or you're not healthy, whatever, how's someone gonna believe in that? Like a lot of times I look at people who do hair products, and like you said, people's hair is all towed down, they hair towed down, but then they're trying to sell their hair product, and it's like, well, how am I trying to sell? But I know people like this. They're having some hair struggles, and that was the reason why they created what they created, to get their hair to grow or whatever like that. It's in that process of doing its thing, and it is working, but because it ain't looking like woo bomb right now to other people, then they probably like, why
usually I'll tell you though.
Yeah,
because even when I was trying to do creative's hair, it looked bad, but it was already looking bad anyway.
Yeah,
so, but when I was going through the process of
Yeah.
making it where it was manageable,
Yeah.
and that she wouldn't have had to go as far as where she went
Mhm.
now. But then they took her from me, so I
Mhm.
couldn't finish what I was doing. But
Mhm.
I was getting her on a journey where she can manage her hair
Mhm.
and get her hair to do all kinds of stuff naturally.
Yeah.
But it just needed to be trained, and I was in the process of training.
Yeah.
But at the time, she kind of was looking like Seaweed from The Color Purple.
Yeah.
But it was.
But that's plaits. That's what the people do.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But then, like I said, nobody kept on the routine of it.
No.
So then we went to the extreme, which is
Well,
sometimes.
she's talking about me again, you guys. So it's my child.
No, it's
she's
not.
talking about.
It's not you,
But
because you were. It's.
I'm just going to use an example of it's my child.
Yeah,
with
but
the hair thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that is at that time there are processes where you're saying where it doesn't look right or whatever, but you explain this is the thing you got to do. Like even when I talk about my royalty tea, when you do it, you drink that tea a minimum of 3 times a day. If you can get it in 6 times a day, get it in 6 times a day. Make you a big pot and drink it through the day so it can kick in and get your blood sugar going to a normal
with the
time.
royalty tea there, and you're saying to get it in, would you suggest someone make just have it in multiple different types of ways, like maybe make a big pot, maybe a picture of like iced tea with it too, or so you just incorporate it within, like you can have it hot, or you can have it
cold.
Yeah, just incorporate it in your day all the time.
Yep.
Okay, that's something I need to know.
And then that's what and then I would take, like, if I'm not feeling good and stuff like that, I would take the royalty tea with, say I can't breathe, the Eric tea, and I'll mix those together so I can get it potent in there, and I got all those things in my system to help. Because like me, I'm one of those people that can't keep the same flavors.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Even though I love the flavor of royalty,
You'll probably get tired of it.
I do, and I have, because I had it.
Yeah,
I drank it all the time to get my blood sugar to go down.
Yeah.
And as I said, I did it. I'm not sitting up here, didn't do it, and I know what the process is. And if you don't follow it, I can't help you. I'm not gonna sit here just like the medicine. The doctor give you the medicine. If you don't follow it, it don't work. You can't get mad at him that it don't work, and you ain't doing the full process.
Yeah.
And it's good to let that thing seep, because our stuff is natural. It's not grinded down like most teas are. So it's this natural process that it's going through. that you want to have, so you got to steep it for a long time. So, because our herbs are whole and it got to get through, you know. And then once you get it in there, you have this tea. You can have it as an iced tea. You can have that. You can put a little orange juice with it if you want to. I don't know if you even want to put a little alcohol in there. I wouldn't suggest it. But, you know, because you add sugar to it with the alcohol. But, you know, I would suggest it. And then I would also tell you, use maple syrup, agave nectar, honey. Those are the 3 I would use because it's good benefits on helping you and keeping you down, and it doesn't mess up your insulin when you're taking my thing. But you know, I know people are used to sweeteners and stuff like that.
Yeah, they are, and there's a lot, and then especially that there's the stevia extract. There's the
and you can use stevia extract. Now that is a tense one. You can use a stevia extract, and that's fine, but stevia extract, I don't see a lot of health benefits for it. It is sweetener, and they do have some health benefits. But the ones that have the most is, like I said, it's the honey, the maple syrup, and the agave nectar.
And then for me, I actually buy stevia leaf, and I can mix in with this. I put it in with this, so then they don't even have to worry about it. They'll get the natural sweetness from the actual leaf. With tea, so then you don't have to, you know, because some people like to, some don't. I have drank some Body Armor, because they have the Body Armor Light, and I kept going, well, what's making it light? And then I looked and I was like, oh, they're using stevia leaf extract, it said, for the sweetener, because I didn't like the taste of it in that. Certain ones, the certain flavors I didn't like. I tried a flavor yesterday, it was okay, but I don't like some certain ones. But saying all that, so I'm glad she said what she said, and saying all that, what I was saying was, at a particular moment, I had a moment where I felt like this before, when I have my health battles, where I felt hypocritical. And sometimes you have to, but you've had the conversation with me. I'm telling you, but I would feel hypocritical being who I was and having the products that I did, and I was messed up, and me getting worse and having other issues. It was like, oh, this is, especially when it was like, okay, whoa, I got like a whole bunch more issues now going on. What the heck? And so it can make you feel like that, like, but people have to understand. And I had to keep clicking in my mind, going, no, you said they're going on the road with you to health and wholeness. You ain't there. You knew you wasn't there when you started. You started basically for you in the first place. So you knew that they were going to go on the road to health and wholeness with you.
So why did you feel hypocritical?
Because just like I was saying, how a person who had, like, say, had a hair product, if your hair looking rough, like if you're a hairdresser, I'm going to come to you and you looking toe down. A lot of people will say that, oh, well, you the hairdresser, but your hair looking all mess. A lot of times it's because they do everybody else's hair, they did theirs. But still, if you're not representing your brand,
but you can't use hair with healing. Yeah. Because with the hair thing, like, no, I'm not. Yeah, you're right. I'm not going to you. Your hair look like anything. You're a hairdresser. You come to work looking decent. Period. You come to work and your hair ain't done. That's a representation. You're the billboard for your hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's something totally different, because you can do your hair regardless if it is going through a phase or anything. You're a hairdresser, so with that phase, you now can show, okay, when you go through your ugly phase, you do this, do that. Yeah. So you know, if you're just not doing your hair because you're tired and lazy, that's like going to work and you going to work in your pajamas because you're tired and lazy. It doesn't fly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't use it as the same thing. My thing is, for me, is use your product. I mean, yes, you still got to go to the doctors. Yes, you still got to do that stuff. But as we know, and especially because you, JoJo, out of all people, always talk about how the doctors can misdiagnose, misdo this, misdo that. So my thing is, when you're going through that phase of it, I'm saying use your product, figure it out, because then if it's not helping you, but if it's not helping you, then you can figure out how to tweak it. Yeah. Because in the journey of your going through the journey of healing yourself, you gotta understand, it might work for Shannon and Delilah, Craig and Tony, but it ain't working for you, and that's the reason you went into this journey was for yourself. So you can keep those brands for them, but you gotta take your brand and go, okay, that's not working for me. What can I do to tweak and get it working for me? But that doesn't make you hypocritical because you're learning. It's a journey, and you're gonna always get better. Like I make my roll tea, I'm always trying to make it better. I'm always doing research to make it better because what I want my tea to do is you don't have to take metformin, you don't have to take glyburide when you're done with my tea. My tea ain't there yet, but my tea will keep you down when you don't need glyburide. My tea will keep you down when you don't need as much metformin. But I want to be able to get enough in there with the herbs and all that in there where it just eliminates you from needing that, period.
And I really would like people to understand, even though, like I said, no shade in anybody, because I have a buttload of medication that I'm on, but to understand that when you have something like that, like a tea or anything that's as healing, you have to be just as consistent with those things as if you have regular medication.
Exactly.
And this is I feel like I'm giving a word right now, but anyway, you do, and you have to because of the fact that every day. Like for me, I take my medication every day. I have to take it every day to do what it needs to do. So the same thing has to go for if we're going natural. We still need to be just as consistent to make sure that it's doing what it needs to do to help us. Because the reason why I'm saying this is so important, and I have to do that, I'm speaking to myself while I'm saying this. Most of these medications have such bad side effects. They're giving you what you taking it for. What did you just do over there? Your eyelash is falling over there.
Yeah, I think my eyeliner went out. Go ahead.
Oh, it went. So yeah, and I mean like even I can't even. It's so horrible to watch TV and see those commercials, cause I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, like.
It's an extra one.
Oh damn. I'm like, what, you gonna fan somebody? What did you do?
That was an old video. Okay, okay, go ahead. Sorry, y'all.
Woo, that was like, whoa.
You over here.
That side view was like, whoa. Like, oh my God.
I could have slapped you. You
Did you wear with no glasses? Because I would have.
Glasses would have been knocked out.
That would have been a hot mess. Oh my goodness. Well, y'all seeing it all right now. I tell you, it was really good show. My goodness, but yeah, those commercials and those medications, I'm like, and then they come out with so many medications, it's ridiculous. And to me, some of the medications are for like, not real big deals. It'd be minor issues we got, but it is every time the side effect is death. What? I would like to live if I was. I don't want to take something to die. And you telling me that's my side effect, and there's such a long list of side effects for these things, and it'd be like a simple condition you got going on. So I'll be like, this ain't even worth that. And so the whole gist of it is and with the pharmaceutical, we call it, what is it called? Pharma, we call it. They're making the money off of it because what happens is you take a pill for something that gives you a side effect, and then of course you gotta take the pill for that, and this the domino effect goes on, and you have all these pills at the end of the day. You're going healthy, and you will, and I will say this too, beware as well, we all have allergies to things. So there are some herbs that you will be allergic to. You may have an allergic reaction to, and you have to learn, I can't take that, you know what I mean? And do a lot of research because there's some other ones that I've noticed that I've researched. Now, the herb in a certain form is fine, but then it may be it be poisonous in another form. Or the seed is poisonous, but you gotta do this. Or you gotta boil it in order and I'd be like, how many people died to find out that you died if you do it this way? So what I'm saying is, listen, out of the ancestors for doing their research and giving their lives or whatever, but you guys have to do the same thing because there's a lot of medications that that you go on someone's chart and it's like, well, what can you take, what you can't take, and this and that. Are you allergic to this? And they're just like, don't put me on that. No, you can't ever put me on that again. Da, da, da. Well, a similar thing. Even with herbs, you can't take everything. It's like they tell pregnant women can't take herbs, drink herbal tea or whatever, because if it got the caffeine in it or whatever it is. But there's certain reasons for that, and that's the same thing. You guys just have to find out what herbs work for you, what herbs don't. Like a lot of people come to me and ask me about marijuana. They're like, "Oh, do you smoke? Do you this?" No, I can't. I tried years ago, and I tried. It was a long time. I have an allergic reaction, like allergies. Whatever when it gets into me, I'm sneezing and like allergies, because I'm allergic to grass, all kinds of stuff like that. So I'm allergic to that in that form. Now, if you give it to me in another form, edible or or bath salt or whatever, I can but I'm sensitive to it. So the effect that they're trying to get, I do get affected by it. I really do. So that's a learning process. I didn't.
Yeah, and because there's so many different styles of marijuana, that you don't even know. Because I've had different phases when I have used them in edibles, because the doctor doesn't give me pain medicine because my pains are not extreme to what they're used to, but it's extreme to me because I don't do pain. So I had to do it because I remember if I would have known, I probably would have sued the dentist, but the dentist tried to break my jaw. And then they gonna give me some low grade Vicodin with some ibuprofen, which the Vicodin was just like the ibuprofen, so I'm just taking 2 ibuprofen and stuff like that. So I went and got me an edible. Cause I didn't know, cause I don't go to dentist.
All kind of crap.
Well, when I first did, I would just go to sleep. I would eat the edible, get home, and go right to sleep. So it didn't have no effect. It's when my throat was hurting. It's when you got the. And every time, I'm not even lying, every time I get high from an edible, I have to call my sister. I have to call her.
And let me enjoy the show.
Exactly. And I stay on my Marco Polo for hours talking to her.
Let me enjoy the show, because that was a show for real.
Can I have the lip gloss back?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was hilarious to me. So you do have to pay attention to what affects you and stuff.
Yeah.
And you can't be scared to try new things, which sometimes I am.
It isn't this is trial and error, because you have to be, but like that's why I was saying, even with like the metformin situation. I was talking to my doctor yesterday about it. And it's such a known thing that what metformin does. But it's like, okay, but if you know this, can we try to do something else? Y'all need to come up with something else. Because y'all just need to call that diarrhea. Don't call it metformin. Just call it diarrhea. Because that's all it does. It gives you diarrhea. And it's like, well, what is this? Like, who wants to live like this? So I'm sitting here with one pill that's got me going to the bathroom in 5 seconds. I got a water pill that I'm on and all this other stuff that's just making me go. Then with the diabetes acting up, I'm going. And then I got here metformin that will make you go to the bathroom too. So it's like, okay, you can't function. And for me, because I'm running so much trying to pick my kids up and stuff, I'm literally having to stop places and go to the bathroom before I do the next thing. And I was never doing that before. I could go all day. I'd be fine. But now, until this diabetes can get under control, which it was good. I was, I think, close to 100 down today. I was so excited when I woke up. But yesterday was scary for me, and I feel a lot better already today, so I'm glad. And then maybe it was because I took that one glyburide. Now, mind you, this was really strange. I don't know why they never ever put me on glyburide before. I was on glyburide. Only time they put me on glyburide was when I was pregnant with my twins. I had gestational diabetes when I was pregnant with my twins, and they had me on glyburide then. They didn't even mess with the metformin at the back then. It was just glyburide. So, and they were like, okay, you got gestational. What happens? You'll have your babies. They'll go away, and it'll come back probably later on in life. You'll most likely get regular diabetes. And I was like, okay, well, it is what it is. So, here we are today, and that's what's happening. But I'm like, this metformin is affected every person I know in this way with that, And what I found out, thankfully, I said something to my doctor. That's why I meant to tell her. I cut the pills in half, thinking because they were like, I guess was it was it 1,000? It's called 1,000, so 500. Yeah. So I cut it in half. But I realized, thankfully I talked to her, when you are on a medication that's a time release, if you cut it in half, that makes it ineffective.
Yeah.
So she actually had to prescribe an actual pill that was 500 instead of me cutting mine in half. So I probably wouldn't do anything for me anyway too. So yeah, and then she gave me the Vibrite. So that was one thing I remember I had to call because when I picked up all the medication, that one was missing too. I forgot about that. So yeah, it was just a lot. I mean, I think I came to her so much yesterday, but it was scary. And so I really felt hypocritical. Like, why am I going through all this stuff? I'm supposed to be MotherEarth consultant. I'm supposed to be this, blah blah blah. What the heck? And I felt just so defeated. But the person was like, why? And she was like, She said, I'm gonna tell you like I told my son. We've been dying ever since we came out of our mama's womb. And they slapped our booties. We've been dying ever since. And she said, regardless of whatever a doctor can say to you, regardless of whatever anybody said, we are basically dying every day. We just don't know when we're gonna go. And she said, they can tell me I got cancer, or they can tell me I got this, or I can tell me this, right? But I can walk out the door and get hit by a bus. Even though you sitting there trying to worry about me dying from this cancer they done said or this and that, I can still get killed another way.
Yeah.
Just like that. So we don't know when we're gonna go. That's why you have to just live it to the fullest. So she was, basically kind of got on me, but I was glad, but I was like, but in my head I kept going, no, you said that. You said, but see, I think Lydia
don't takes everything all crazy. I'm not to stop talking to you.
No, because you don't remember what you were saying when you was like, you are your brand and da-da-da. You don't remember that?
I do mean that. That means,
and you still
but my thing is, I put the different ones on.
This like it's long too.
Yeah, but they ain't as long as the other ones.
Honey, them things is long.
Ain't as long as the other ones. I promise you that. The other one was out here.
And that side, oh my God. And then when you turn to me, it looks like it's just layers of it's like you got like that.
But yeah, that's what I said. I can't talk to you because you take it. I don't know how. It's like when I talk to the kids, y'all take it and don't take it for the full word. Y'all just take it and you pick and choose.
Face value, whatever.
No, you just pick and choose what you want to hear out of the conversation, and it's not the full thing. Because when I say it's your brand, what I'm talking about is your brand is use your product.
Yeah.
And represent your product by using your product so you'll know. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying like, oh,
And that's the problem, and you're correct. I will say that. And I think now, let's talk about this. We was talking, having financial issues. We trying to figure these bazaars out. I'm trying to get some stuff, hustle mode, and we get frustrated because maybe financially things are not the way that we want them to be at this moment. So then you go, okay, now we all know I got tons of stuff, but I'm like, that's just, that's how we make our money. Mm-hmm. So if I use it for me, how am I supposed to make the money?
And I
get what you're saying. I got that. I get it. I'm just saying, we had this conversation. So these are all the things I'm just saying that when you're in business and you're trying to help yourself too as well, because you are your brand. I'm just saying it's just all this stuff. Because this thing we're doing is such a roller coaster. It's a that roller coaster ride is really getting into our lives every which way. But it is true. But it is. It's a song, everything. But this business is a roller coaster. And it is you got the up and downs and this and that. And like you said, and one person that I know who's in business, I was online and it's hard. Some days you get so excited because you may have $3,000 order or something, right? Mm-hmm. Then the next week you got $3 or $30 or something. Nothing's consistent. So you gotta be careful with the money that you do get when you have. It's not always gonna be good like that.
Well, the problem is when you have a home-based business, and I made this mistake, and we all make the mistake. When we make the money, we don't put it back into the business. We put it back into our business, but we don't put a set aside. Like, we don't say, okay, this is here,
the profit,
this is there, and we living off the profit. You put back the money that you that you spent, and then you put your profit, put some in savings, and to pay yourself.
But whatever I was making, I was always having to put back.
Yeah, but you have to force yourself to see what your profit is. Like, okay, say I spend $100 on the tea. The first time I make $100, that goes over here, and then the rest of that after that is where I take that percentage of the money. So say each day we make $100 off the tea, right? So now I gotta put a portion into the savings, a portion to pay myself. I go that way, or do like businesses and say, okay, 40% it goes right back into the business. 60% it goes, some part 30% goes to saving, 30% is to yourself. But you have to do it all the time, and that's what we haven't done.
Yeah,
and that's what we need to do.
These are living learning experiences.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'm done. I did my makeup on here.
She said, I'm done.
I'm done with this makeup crap. Y'all know.
She's gonna blow you all the way with them lashes.
That's right. That's right.
That's the one thing that drives me crazy about having my vision issues is I really wanna. It's like I feel like I'll have to have somebody else. Thankfully, I have girly girls now who want to do my hair and makeup and things like that. But not being able to see sucks. Like, I really be like mad. Like, I would want to put some eyeliner on or something. And I'm like, I can't see nothing.
Have a girl put it on you.
Yeah, I don't have to now.
When I couldn't do it, I had Alizé put my lashes on. Then I got this new pen and I can do it myself. That glue, Alizé had to. And for her,
and that pen lady, that pen lady, okay? I her. She went from 0 to $1 million, I think, in 1 year with that item. She was talking about how, and she's now doing, when we were talking about the webinars and the seminars and all things like that, to tell people what she did, because she said, I'm gonna show you the mistakes I made, so you guys don't make those mistakes
exactly.
So
and that's when you should go, and you should invest in that, and understand that's a tax write-off as well. But that's the thing, we don't want to invest. We just want people to give us information free, and it's like, no, they
work. They went through it.
Yeah,
and they never made them mistakes and stuff. And you guys need to know.
I'm learning, and I tell people what to do and stuff like that, but it's so hard for me to do it because again, I don't put my time schedule down, and I'm an advocate of saying put your time schedule down, but every time I make a time schedule, it gets messed up.
Something else happens in her life
all the time.
She gets really inundated as mom.
Yeah. She is like over and over, and I'm like, okay, we got to figure something out because I can't do this. This is not something that I can really do, and that's what I say to you guys when you're doing your business or your relationships or anything. You have to be consistent in what you're doing. You have to work hard on it. The reason it's easy to work for somebody else is because they already did it.
Yes.
So you're working for them, and you're only getting like what a half a percent of what the company is making for that. So you fine. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But when you work for yourself, you want things to come like this, like you're a drug dealer, and it doesn't come like that.
Fast money. It's not.
You know, but I tell people who were drug dealers, if you go into business for yourself, you should be able to get your business up and going fast because you already did the hustle, the grind, and all that. So you know what to do to do it. But for people like me who haven't sold drugs and stuff like that, I don't know how to do it, you know. And so I'm learning, and I know what to say. But then when I do it, it's just like I don't know how to do computer stuff at all. Like the advertisement, the doing this, I don't know how to capture your attention. I can copy and mimic somebody else, but actually knowing how to do it myself, I don't know. And that's what I'm struggling to work hard on figuring out. So those are things that is a constant reminder of what I'm trying to get, like, you guys to understand. Is like working for yourself, it's going to be hard, but it's going to pay off at the end. Do your business and figure it out. And like I said, for me, I just, I see the bigger picture. I'm just trying to figure out how to get to the bigger picture. I see it. And I see where the business is going to grow and where the business is going to take off. But actually being able to do it is another thing for me. And I have to work on that. And I'm like right now, like I know like during summer and stuff, hot sauce is on point. So I know during this, season I can make a lot of hot sauce. But what can I do right now that I can make money constantly and go? Now, if I just sit there, like I said, I might just hustle hot sauce and seasoning. That's all you see me with. I'll carry it around and I'll do all that. But then I have to look at myself and I have to go off of me. I can't go off of what Joanne does. I got to go off of me. I don't go nowhere. Yeah. Like, I literally don't go nowhere. When COVID hit, COVID told me to sit my behind down.
But what you can do is you can advertise yourself because you don't go somewhere. You can push yourself online and then just mail your stuff out.
Yeah, the thing about it is I need to get enough followers to do that. You can't do that off of 10 followers. Yeah. Can't do that off of a couple of hundred followers. You got to have thousands and thousands of followers, and that's the part that I'm struggling with because I'm not on that. My biggest platform that I use right now is YouTube. Now you telling me to do Instagram, you're telling me to do TikToks. Now, okay, I'm not doing YouTube.
I didn't enter the TikTok area because I got Instagram and the Facebook, and at Facebook I do real well, but I found out some of the stuff about Facebook. I don't tell you about that. That's some crazy stuff that getting ready to happen. But
I know the kids already told me about it,
but they already have it going on. Yeah, I know. So I told you about it because he showed me. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, they don't know.
That's crazy.
We had a whole conversation when I was taking the kids to school today, and how they are doing that, and they're already ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Because they can see stuff, and that's what I'm saying. When you have people in place to help you get there, that's what it is. That's, I think, where I lack thereof. I don't have the help to get me there. I have to do everything on my own, and I don't know how. So I gotta learn everything to be able to do it because I don't know how to do it.
It's hard because even that lingo, I'd be like trying to talk to Ciroc and I told him yesterday, I said, honey, let's do your, I have these lists on Amazon that the wish list, for the holidays or whatever, and he's always had this list. I said, please check your list and right now update it, whatever, what you need. And I mean, just trying to talk to him about, I'm like, I don't know what this lingo is. He's talking, that's the same as this and this. And I can still program with that. And this, I just need the memory. This is a different type of memory. And that memory you can take it out with you and take it with you. And this one, it's good too. But when you do take it and go to somewhere else, it don't conform well. I was like, I know. This is all of this stuff is computer stuff. And I'm like, I don't.
And that's what the problem is.
And they're smart. They're smart. They know. And that's why I say I pay attention. But see, I watch a lot of stuff too. I stay up on a lot of stuff, but I know I don't know everything. But it's okay too, because remember, we've encountered other people while we were on our journey doing our pop-up markets and stuff. And like people said, we can all come together as a community, and we stay in our lane and we do what we do. That's what's best. We may not just be able to do everything. But we'll do what we do good. They do what they do good. It could work as a well-oiled machine if everybody do their part. Yeah. Because you can't do, like you said, some of us just can't do that. We're just not. And I think that's why, for me, even when I was younger and went to school for business management, because of the fact that I'm running businesses, but I didn't know everything. I didn't know, and that's a lot. Because if I'm sitting there being the cook and the waitress and but then at the end of the day, I gotta sit there now, I gotta do the money and So when earlier, I was like, I'm doing all this stuff, but I don't know anything about this accounting stuff to run a business. So if I have my own, I don't know all this stuff. And that's all this is important as the front stuff. But everybody plays their role. But I know too, if I was, regardless of how much me learning everything, I couldn't do everything. And I was being always the physical person, doing the cooking and the this and that and this, and the running and this and that. So it was like, okay, I gotta learn how to do all this. So I went to school because I was like, okay, I'm doing this business and I'm doing good, but somebody else is always having to do that accounting part. I want to be able to. I've always been a person who wanted to learn how to do everything. But I know I'm physically not able to. I have to find somebody, and that's always hard to find somebody you trust, especially when it comes to money stuff. That's hard.
But you don't need physical to do the money stuff or the accounting. That's just sitting at a computer.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about. Yeah, no. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I knew I couldn't do everything. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of wherever restaurant I'm at, I can't do it all. I really wear yourself out. But I'm just saying, But that's what I'm saying too. When you do, even our businesses, like we had, it'd be hard. So it's always hard. Like I remember when I was going to school, and I had created the bombest business, but I would be scared of who. I knew I had to have at least one other person involved with me to do the business and make it go, and I didn't. I would have to be able to trust them. Because I wouldn't want them to leak it out until, and then at that time there was already a business kind of similar to it. Now that business, I knew it was going to happen anyway. Basically, what I created, she ended up developing her business to be that way. Now she reaches all get out. And it's so funny to look at her because the lady who created the business, she was looking all regular and stuff like that. And honey, now she done got all big. She look all good. Be having her hair and makeup done all good. I was like, because she was looking like regular plain Jane in the beginning.
So that's the thing about it is it's going through the struggle and it's the consistency.
Yeah.
Like I said, no matter what, it's the consistency. Like for me, I was so used to doing all the pop-ups and now we have none. And then now when I'm going places I see bazaars, but it's like this weekend, so I already know I can't get in there.
So you might be able to do it. I sent you one today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just, I'm just like, my only one I have that I know coming up is in December, and it's like, okay, so what am I doing now?
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm trying to figure out all the stuff that I need to do. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to do this, this, and this because I can't not do something because I'm just stuck.
But the one thing we don't know, God does things for a reason. And so this may be our prep.
Can't prep if you don't have no money.
No, I knew you was going to say that, but that you don't ever know that. You don't know. There's things that happen. And that's why I said you think negative sometimes when you should not because things happen and then it can get going. Like we got to get ready for all that stuff in December, but then there's there's bazaars and stuff. But like I said, we have other means as well to get us going for stuff. But you never know because something's been happening for me too that I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on, how I'm doing this, and boom, something's happening. So you don't have any money today, maybe today. That's your situation. That's your current situation.
No, I understand that, but I can sit here and every day and not do anything, trying to wait for that day, or I can do something until that day.
But like you're the one who pushed us to do the books and all that other stuff. All those other things you just constantly do because those are still like I was telling a family member that she taught us how to do them streams of income. You gotta have one stream of income.
And that's what I've been doing. I'm even now making art. I'm not painting, I'm doing digital art. Yeah. And that's when the kids was talking to me about it and say, okay, well now you're doing digital art, do this and this and this and this. And I'm like, okay. So you're multi-talented, so there's. So I'm working on it. I'm like I said, I don't count my end. I just know that you're gonna have slow moments. I don't care what business you in, what company you work with. There's always slow moments in every area. So what are you gonna do during that slow moment? And that's what I'm saying. I might have to do. I have to figure out something while I'm doing. I'm still gonna do the stuff that I'm doing because I need to do it. It's because I'm gonna make sure my business goes and starts and grows. But I can't sit and wait for things to happen. I have to keep moving until it happens. But I know to be available when it happens. But just sitting there waiting for it to happen is not going to help. I have to go and do it because if not, you get stuck. And then when you're ready, because like I said, I know now what I need to do for my business to be on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. But I have to wait to get the supplies because I don't have the money to get the supplies. Right now, I can't even pay for the supplies that I already got.
Now, did you already have a list or whatever going down of every single thing that you need and how much each one's going to cost?
No.
So then you can know exactly how much you need to do.
No. I was going to do it, but like I said, I have these other bills I got to do. Yeah. I have these other bills I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I know.
And I know I have money coming in like 2 or 3 different directions. It's just you don't know when the money's going to come in those directions.
And of course, stuff always happens in life.
And they wait and wait until, and God knows like when's the perfect time. But when you thinking it's the perfect time, it's not going to be the perfect time. So even though I think right now is the perfect time for me to get any of those lump sums of money, God is saying no. time, but you're gonna really need that lump sum of money. And that's where, it's hard.
Yeah.
Because every time,
it's that be still and know, that be still and know.
And as I say, you just gotta leave it in God's hands and stuff like that. And I am, but like I said, God also never said just don't do nothing.
Right.
So that's where I'm going to do something. Because like I said, I've stayed here for a good 2 weeks. Ain't nothing happened. So now I got to do something. Because if not, I'm just digging myself in another rut. And it's always around this season that I dig myself in this rut. So I'm not going to dig myself in the rut this time.
Yeah, this is our time.
I don't care what business
this is my life without me having a business.
Every time
this has been mine.
Season,
yes,
it jacks me completely up.
You gotta get past the things.
But that's what we're doing.
So yes, so I know that hopefully I don't want it to be this a downer. I hope this is actually, because to me I don't feel like it's a downer. I feel like she put stored in me to. I think for me, right now for me, it was just me taking care of myself because I knew that's what was happening. I was like, I gotta take care of myself. I ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. But also, it would keep it in my mind. I realized all the things that we talk about and the things we do and learn and the stuff that she has taught. Like I said, we just gotta keep on pushing. We gotta keep on doing it. We gotta help each other and push each other and whatever. And that's hard because we got so much going on in our personal lives too, our kids and we're jumping all this other stuff. But we have to still know that it's gonna work itself out and we're gonna be all right. And this is just like I don't know. I just top it up as a creative time, and
it is
writing.
Time.
Like she said, she done started doing digital
Let me
art.
Show you my little digital art.
Yeah, she done did the digital art, and she got this. So you see us. We got this lovely art behind us that she physically did. So she got all kind of. Yeah, see, that's beautiful. Oh, nice. Oh, I like that one. I like that one a lot. Oh, I like that one too. Okay, you got it.
I haven't finished that one yet.
I like that one.
But yeah, that's definitely
good. So then where does that get put onto? Like, where does that
I'm
go?
working on it. I can put it on Etsy.
Okay.
And sell it. And then there's other places. So there's this thing that their kids were talking to me in the car. My oldest son was talking to me about it in the car. And then explaining all the stuff. So, because he told my nephew he should have did the work that he's helping my goddaughter with her butt, put it on this thing too, to get paid. So we're gonna work on that today and tonight and get all that stuff. But and then like I said, I got several different art pictures. That was just on one page. That's the one he did for her. So I have this one too. No, it comes all the way up. That one's one. I'll check out and then that one.
That looks like a card, doesn't it?
What card?
They said just like a card, like you could buy a card, Because I was telling Mom last week, I was saying that I think I could be how you buy cards and they have the nice little sayings inside. I said I think I could do that. Because I always seem to have the right thing to say to somebody at the time, you know what I mean, or something. I said, but the one thing I do need to do that I really want to do this before I leave this earth, and I've always wanted to do it, and I know that, our lives we've always taken advantage of, is do something with my voice as like a voiceover or reading people do books, about audio books, or I just want to do something like that. And use my voice for something like that, or commercial, or whatever.
Well, you're writing books, why don't you be audio for your books? Yeah. Your kids are writing books, be audio for theirs.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be. Yeah, sometimes the brand is did her audio too.
And then there's a job that you could do, like reading or doing. I haven't found it again, but there's a job you could do out there. I'm gonna look it up, and then I can tell you about it.
But I've always wanted to do that. Yeah, and it's hard because I can read my kids, but I have, like I said, I have things that are going on with my eyes. That's why it's hard for me to be on computers for a long time and stuff like that. But I do enjoy that, and I've always been one of those people who I do read animated and stuff like that because I used to do all the acting and everything. So there is something for everybody out there. But I will say this, the one thing I will say that I do appreciate Lydia saying is have those different streams of income. It's your whole brand. It is all you. But have those different streams of income. Just don't think that you cannot do anything. Even if you, because there's some people like Lydia, I mean, and I'm the same way. I was born the same way, have multi-talents. It don't mean you got to do it all at one time or choose. You can still do all of them. Just get one going and start working on the next. You can still do it. And it's never too late either. Don't ever get frustrated, feeling like, oh, I'm too old. Now, I was like that too. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'm too old to be doing this singing thing. Yeah, I know what I look like. I know this, but I still can sing. And I still can make music and write music and this and that. And I'm real quick at it still. So I can still do those things. I don't have to give up. You know what I mean? We are never too old. I see a lot of things, people who don't do stuff till they was older, like way older. And
there's not an age limit to anything.
Yeah, no.
The problem is what people are trying to say when they talk about age and stuff like that is, you know, you can be a rapper if you want to be. I don't care if you're 82 and want to be a rapper, but have you a business in line where you're working and then you go on the side and that's your passion, that's your side hustle, is your music. Don't just let that be your only hustle and you ain't doing anything else
to provide
and you want some woman to take care of you while you doing it. No, you still should be able to take care of yourself while you at it, unless your husband or wife says it's okay
and y'all in that agreement or whatever.
So that's and people got to take, you know, because people take what people say in the wrong direction when it doesn't need to be that way at all. You have to literally understand when somebody's saying the thing. You know, here we are. You know, I want to be a rapper. I want to be a singer. I want to be a poetry person. I want to do anything artistic. It's gonna take time, and I know. It takes a lot of your energy and time, but you have to figure out when to put those in place. But it should never be in place of you getting your full amount of money to help take care of whatever the situation is.
Yeah,
and that's what I said. So that's why I say, even for myself, I said, okay, I gave myself a certain amount of time. I didn't reach that goal in that time. So now I'm going to go find me, I'm trying to find me a stay-at-home job because my... driving everywhere for the kids and stuff like that. So, but if I can't, then, you know, Daddy gonna have to step in. Well, that's the price to pay to be the dad. So that's what
you want to be with me. You gonna have to do what you gotta do.
So that's the thing that comes into play of what we need to do in life and how we do stuff. But you guys work hard at everything you do. Don't let the work seem like it shouldn't be there. I know sometimes we feel like, oh, if I've been doing it this long and ain't nothing happened, I should quit. No, just keep going.
No, keep going.
And I'm going to give you a prime example. In reality, in the real world, I can't sing a lick. But it doesn't stop me from trying. It doesn't stop me from singing. I sing all the time. I would break an eardrum to sing because it makes me happy. I'm not here to make you happy. I'm here to make me happy. And if singing makes me happy, that's what I'm going to do. Anything that I want to do makes me happy, I'm going to do it. And I say that with a passion. I don't care. If you decide, you know what, I'm going to paint the ceilings all over the place, and I start helping you paint, and I realized I want to paint the ceilings all over the place too. That's what I'm going to do. No, I did not steal your idea. It just was not something that came to my mind. When we learned about mukbang, I did not know, and I wasn't thinking I was still a mukbang when I was eating on the channel. I don't eat on the channel because it doesn't make sense. I'm not going to say because I'm on a God fast, because that makes sense. I can cook and eat on God fast on the channel.
They just be ever cooking. They be trying to starve everybody.
Yeah.
They be trying to starve everybody.
Well, if I wouldn't, you know, I have this program going with my nephew as I am unschooling him. So I am on this thing where he got to learn how to drive. He got to learn all this stuff by December. So I am on. So this morning we did everything early this morning and then came back and rushed and did all this other stuff. Because that's, you know, I got to put those in that energy because we missed 2 weeks of driving because my schedule was all over the place. So I had to then force us in there. That's what, again, when it's hard to have a job outside the house. Whew. Unless I work nights.
Yeah, and you working great, and then you be tired in the day.
No, I'm only working 4 hours.
What I say?
I don't care. I don't care where I work. If it's during the day or
Be part-time, baby.
4 hours. I don't care which way it goes. 4 hours a day is what you get out of me. The rest is my family and my business. That is a promise I told myself on that. So, yeah. I was gonna try to be a smart mouth and try to work at Wendy's.
Why don't you go to smart mouth?
Because I know my butt can't stand up and working on the Wendy's.
Okay, I'll be looking at the cashiers at the store, be like, but they give me a stool, but I go, nope, they ain't giving me no stool, so I ain't gonna work, ain't gonna happen.
Right now they pay you every day at Wendy's.
Oh, they pay every day?
Yeah, like you work today, you get paid tomorrow.
What?
Yeah.
Dang, that's like them temporary services.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, whoa.
Like, I was thinking about that because I just need a couple dollars.
They be needing it.
Yeah, I'm like, but I can't stand long. I can't stand long. We gotta find something I can do.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I said, they've been getting desperate. They've been offering the funds for people because and the thing is, that's what everybody wants to. Everybody's still going to the drive-thru getting food, so they needed the workers so bad.
That's all. I'll do the drive-thru. They give me a stool, like she said, and I'll get up and down off the stool. I'll do the drinks and all that. But just me standing there, no. No. But yeah.
That's kind of
So that's our discussion for today.
Yes.
We'll see you on Friday.
Yes.
Yes, because this was good.
And Friday's gonna be interesting. We might have a buttload of kids up in this joint.
Yeah.
There's no school.
Oh, we might not see y'all Friday.
There's no school Friday, y'all. It would be a whole bunch of kids up in here because all my kids and then the kids they all gonna be here.
Well, I'm gonna be somewhere else.
So yeah,
I don't.
So we don't have.
I don't think I should have told. My children to go to school.
There's a lot they're missing.
Because they don't never go to school in the Park Road district.
And next week they're gonna be off Thursday and Friday. Yeah.
They need to go back to their regular school.
And last week it's only one day. They go Monday and it's the whole rest of the week off.
Why?
I got the calendar right here. I said I'm gonna go 15 days this month. 15.
Why can't we just homeschool kids again? Because that does not make any sense.
I know they do want to be all that. Well, one is Veterans Day, so we got that as a holiday, so that's 11. And then they just get 12. Say, hey, let's just add another teacher planning day or something. Because this is all conference month. This is the conference month.
Conference on what?
They conferences.
Well, I don't think my guys.
They ain't been. They ain't just got started, so they ain't gonna have them. But I know mine been there, and I need to know because they have those
tests.
been
in school because every time I turn around, they got a day off.
It's just Friday. We have it on.
It's supposed to be once a month day off. They have
no.
3.
I knew that.
September.
I knew they were going to do that.
We just got in November. Got in November. These kids barely been in school. I'm tired.
Yeah, I knew it was good.
That's at Park Road.
But I think they do it. I think they do it for the
in Reynolds District, we don't have these issues, but Park Road District, we got issues.
It is what it is. But I'll be like, look, I think because they be having COVID, and it was so funny because the day after Halloween, they only had 13 people in the class. I said, I knew that people was going to be celebrating. They were celebrating Halloween regardless if it's Sunday or not. And they weren't going to be able to wake up in the morning.
I was getting mine out. Get out my house.
Yeah, I said, honey, you going to school. I said, y'all going to school. I don't care.
Okay.
So but we love you guys. Stay safe out there. We love you. If you're doing anything, you having any ventures, business ventures, whatever, keep pressing and pushing. Don't give up. You're on that roller coaster like we are, so keep it pushing, and we love you. Tune in to us, hopefully on Friday, on the Talkitoutshow. Why are you looking at me like this? Why are you going to use it?
Okay, you two are looking at the magazine while I'm on.
Yeah, tell her. Have you seen the Costco stuff? See, You got some good magazines. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you got some good. You don't get. You got some good stuff. I don't get. All I get is Fair Maya and Costco. And then I got the Target. Christmas. You know, they always do that for Christmas. They give you the
They gave me the Amazon. And I was mad at Amazon they give me one.
I don't
But
hurt.
then it's because I don't buy toys on there.
I do, and
You buy toys on Amazon?
for Christmas and stuff. But the problem
You
is,
don't buy it throughout the year?
I'm gonna buy. I gotta look up the light for
It's a Talk It Out show.
Let's see. Hold on. Oh, we're still talking about the. I said we down. She said that would we be okay doing the show back at the Rodney, her regular church when we were down there? Because she said most places are charging $400 to $600 for the spaces. So yeah. Right, that's what I'm saying.
Working on bazaars again.
Yeah. Sogging it out, hey. I'm working it out, I already know. I ain't worried about it. So it just, okay. Okay, I just,
Okay, so we're gonna see you guys next week too.
yes, thank you so
Or maybe
much.
Friday, Saturday, we'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll see.
This house full of kids is not gonna work.
Yeah,
The only
really
thing I'm gonna have is gonna be a whole bunch of kids,
and
and they don't know how to listen if I'm not in there, so they ain't gonna listen to
and
nobody.
then my
else.
child's just gonna yell at them a lot, and that's all you're gonna hear. Cause she don't know how to stop yelling.
So we're not gonna be doing that.
Yeah, so we love you guys, and you guys stay safe. Have a great weekend. Yeah, and we'll see you next time.